In this question, we are asked for the total area between z equals -1 and z equals +1 on from the portion of the normal curve down to the horizontal axis. So first we should shade. Oh, sorry, it's not between. It's outside of that, to the left of z equals -1 or to the right of z equals +1. And so looking at our choices here, this appears to do the job in the very first choice. Then it lets us bring up the table. On your first page, you'll have the negative z-scores. So we're going to look up -1.0 along this first column, and then underneath the 0.00 column. Since the table is two-dimensional, the z-scores are only going out two places, so that we've got -1.00 here at 0.1587. Now, let's take a look at what that's telling us so far. That means the area here is 0.1587. That can be interpreted as the proportion of the population with a z-score less than -1. It can also be interpreted as the probability of randomly selecting a member from that population, meeting that condition, that z is less than -1. Now, for the fact that we want or to the right, we could add the same amount, because symmetry would tell us change the sign of z, and flip, because of symmetry, that we have the same area. I'm going to make that go a little more quickly, though. Adding something to itself is the same as doubling it. So let's see what 2 times 0.1587 is, first of all. That's giving us 0.3174. Type that in a moment. Those two portions were disjoint or mutually exclusive, which is why we could add that number to itself, i.e. double it. I want you to see something else. We could come up with the first part and then double it because of that symmetry by going to 2 times, and then second above vars is DISTR, short for distribution. We go to normal CDF, and since the TI-84 does not have a way to go infinitely back to the left, we put in the largest negative number that we can along the lines of -10 to the 99 power. Now that's really -1 times 10 to the 99. The upper bound was -1. And since we were given a z-score, then we're in the standard normal distribution. So mu is 0 and sigma is 1. And once we double that, even if we rounded to 4 places, that would round down to 0.3173 instead of 0.3174. Hopefully the online homework would be prepared to accept that answer. They're only 1/10,000th apart. Now to the left of -1.16, or to the right of 2.16. It's definitely not that one. It looks to be going just left of 2.16. We want to the right of that and also to the left of negative 1.16. This looks like it's just going to the right of negative 1.16. This is showing in between those two when we wanted left of the lower one or right of the larger one. So it looks like it's choice D on this one. And then let's see here, sketch it. From the first page of the table, we have for negative 1.16. Notice that you count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not starting at 1 here. So that's the third from the right, negative 1.16. Yeah, hold on here. Negative 1.16. Okay, so the fourth one from the right. Negative 1.16. Fourth one from the right. Looks like we've got, let me enlarge that a little bit. Point 1230. This time, the other z-score is not the negative of what we just dealt with there. So we're not talking about symmetry. We can't just double that answer. 2.16. Again, that's the fourth from the right. That's giving us 0.9846. But that's back to the left. So if I go to the right instead, because it had to be greater, then that's going to be 1 minus this, which is going to be 0.02, 0.0154. We're going to add those two. For a total of 0.1384. You could have also have used symmetry and looked for how much was less than negative 2.16. That should still give you 0.0154 for that second part. Let's double check that. Go. Negative 2.16. There it is, 0.0154. Okay, so the total we got when adding 0.1384. All right. And hopefully this is the second to the last. To the left of negative 0.15 or to the right of positive 1.114. Looks like that's the one we're looking for. Okay. So negative 1.114 and oh, sorry, negative 0.015 and positive 1.14 there. Let's look these up. Here's one for the negatives. Negative 0.015. So again, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 6 in on the left and 5 in on the right. Or negative 0.015. 5 in from the right. That's 0.4404. It's exactly going in the direction that the table is set up for. And then looking up positive 1.14. That's giving us 0.8729, but that's going to the left. So the portion we're looking for over here is 1 minus that. Should be 0.1271. And just like in the previous part, we will add the 0.4404 and the 0.1271 to get, looks like it's 0.05675. Let's try that out. .05675. And it's good. On to the next question.